Hi, Jules here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, November 12th. I am excited to have some things to show you because last week I went on a retreat. So I flew in a day earlier than the actual retreat was planned into Austin. And Miss Jennifer picked me up at the airport, and we weren't leaving until late, kind of mid-afternoon on Wednesday to head to our rental house. So it was the same one where we had our original Sandbox Sisters retreat in 2015 with Jennifer, myself, and Amber. And this time we had some new faces. Not new, well, one's probably new to you, but not one is not. And that was Sarah and Silly Sarah and Domine, another friend of Jennifer's from right there in Austin. And we had such a blast. It was so much fun. These are some wonderful ladies, and to get to hang out and quilt and sew and laugh and laugh and laugh, it was just so much fun, and I needed it so badly. As you know, I have 3 more blankets to turn in if I'm going to hit my goal for the end of the year, to hit my goal of 12 for Project Linus this year. I should be able to do it because I took this one of Susie's with me, along with the backing I already had picked out. Remember, if you remember her jelly roll race, this one was one of the probably the largest one I had that needed to be quilted. And as you know, I haven't quilted anything since June because of the whole situation with the frame. So I took this one with me because it was going to be really big anyway, and it would have to have waited till I had more experience shifting things on the frame. And we loaded it on Jennifer's quilt frame, and I quilted it with her long arm. So I had a blast. The muscle memory came back pretty quickly considering how long it's been. So this one is done. I just need to bind it and label it and wash it, and it will go. So that one's just ready to bind. Jennifer took this medallion that Susie had sent to me also, and she added 2 adorable borders to make it big enough for a small comfort quilt for Project Linus. So that will need to be quilted. That probably won't happen until 2020. We shall see. Maybe over the holidays I will have time. I also pieced this top from some of Jennifer's orphan blocks. She gave them to me because they are all, it included some, in addition to them being Peanuts characters, it also included some actual licensed Project Linus fabric. And since I actually belong to a Project Linus official group, she thought that would be more appropriate for my group. So I am, you know, I basically took her orphan blocks and cut them up and then sewed them, turned them around and sewed them back together, as you do. And as we quilters do. And then I added a single border just to kind of tie the whole thing together and make it easier to bind with whatever colors I have around. So that was a lot of fun. I have had this butterfly batik fabric in my stash. I used some of it in the bear. Here's some of it right here. Here's some more here. I don't think I had any of the trees in it. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of folded weird, but I've had it in my stash forever. They weren't evenly cut. So using the AccuQuilt, I cut them into 8.5-inch squares so that they were nice and crisp and even. And then Miss Domine also has an AccuQuilt, and she has a butterfly die. So I used her die to make some butterflies out of some contrasting batiks. And I have them flying from the bottom, kind of zigzagging all the way up to the top where it's open. And I thought that was kind of fun. So that's another one I got done. I also completed a quilt top with some fabric that was donated to Linus in October. And nobody wanted it because they thought it was really weird for I guess a kid's quilt. I don't know. It was lobsters all over, and I thought it was hilarious. I thought this is going to be great. And so, you know, when everyone was like, what are you going to do with that? I don't know. I was like, okay, challenge accepted. So, so I took it and all the fabric that was with it. There was some sort of a different kind of like boat fabric with it. And then the other fabric that was with it ended up being horrible and I had to throw it away. But there wasn't much of it anyway. But there was a ton of this lobster fabric. I mean, it was just like lobsters in red all over this dark blue background. And I was like, somebody has to make a lobster quilt. This is ridiculous. So I took it home. I pre-cut it all into 8.5-inch squares before I left. And I also cut some of my cream solid into 2.5-inch strips to sash it. And I did the disappearing 9 patch with sashing once again. And so I just took all the parts there already pre-cut and I pieced that into a top, a pretty nice size top. I would say probably teen size when all is said and done. Quilt top for Linus. That's it for me, and I think it's a lot. I had so much fun, so much fun. And if you can get together with 1 friend, 2 friends, even if it's just for the day, you don't have to spend the night somewhere. You know, get together for the day, sew, laugh, eat some chocolate. If you can, have a glass of wine or 2. And, you know, just have fun. You know, this is a hobby. It's fun. We love each other. We're each other's cheerleaders. And it's so much fun because sometimes when you can't think of an idea for something, but you really love the fabric, somebody else could take a look at it and go, oh, just turn it this way. And boom, there you go. You have an idea all of a sudden on how to make it work. So collaborative quilting, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. That's it for me. I hope you all had a crafty week. I hope you're going to have some time to craft this next week. And I will see you next week. Bye!